So we join the Dolphins on the red zone in this third down. It's 3rd and 1 yard to go. So let's see what we do offensively. So we find ourselves in offensive formation, spread right stack. So right, the running back Ahmed is to the right hand side stack. The receivers are lined up literally stacked on top of each other. Just an interesting side note that over the last 10 third downs we've reviewed, we have been in trips for 9 of those 10. So this is a real change. Trips formation is where you have 3 receivers either to the right or to the left pre-snap. So this is a real change for us. So in terms of what the receivers are doing, we have 2 blockers who are on the line of scrimmage, Shaheen and Hollins, and then Perry and Ford are running the jailbreak where they threaten to the outside and come back like they're going to receive the screen on a quick pass. For those of you who were with us during our last regime, you would have seen a lot of screens. But anyway, let's have a look, see how the defense are covering it. So the Patriots adjustment, and they have called defense quite well in this game, is to go 0 high and revert to cover 0. That means that it's basically on the outside, the DBs will be responsible for wherever the receiver goes, that's where they go. But because it's read option, I'm only interested in what happens inside the yellow tram lines or inside the box, the 2 yellow lines that are running up the field parallel with the hash marks. Just to point out to you now, they have 7 defenders inside the box, and with Tua on read option, we have 7 attackers. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at the wide coaches film. Then we'll spend a little bit of time on the box film to work out why the play works. So let's get into that. Okay, so here's the play. Basically, it's read option. So Tua will be reading that defender, the defender on the last man in line of scrimmage, and the option will be, does Tua keep it and run, or does he give it to Ahmed? So let's just have a look at it. You know, it works in beauty. Tua would like to see Tua score there, but if we just run it back, we'll just watch it one more time before we go to the box film, because that will really show us why it works. Pull, off he goes, read option, not RPO, not play action, it's the read option. So let's get into the box film and break down why it works. Okay, so looking at the blocking scheme, I'm going to start off with this statement. The play works, we get what we need, and what we need is a first down. We get that first down. However, the blocking scheme itself isn't great. I know that we've changed, we've got rid of Gailey, and hopefully that will make things better. But here, as I mentioned, we have 7 blockers in the box, 5 offensive linemen, Tua and Ahmed, and yet we leave the last 2 defenders, number 53 and 50, unaccounted for on the line of scrimmage. And that's because we're trying to play the Patriots' tendencies, and so we are blocking, we're basically stretch blocking to our offensive left, so to take them away from where we want to attack. You can see how the blocking scheme's drawn up. It'll make more sense if we look at it on film, on box film, so let's just get into box film. Okay, so the whole of the offense is going to the offensive left. They're going to block stretch. The 2 players, or defensive players, I want to talk about are 50 and 53. So I would consider this to be a 30 defensive front because 53 and 90 are outside the tackles, and you've got 1, 2, 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers. So, but either which way, I think we're still in pretty good shape here. But so let's just watch it. So we're going to see everyone work to the offensive left. Now, even on stretch, you would consider this defender, number 53, to be the last man on the line of scrimmage. I know I said it was a 30 front, but where is our blocking adjustments? So right now, and on the backside of stretch, on the read option, you would normally block 50 and leave 53 unblocked. As it is, for whatever reason, Hunt does what he's meant to do and blocks, well, not what he's meant to do, but what I think the scheme says he does, and blocks down and goes to get 58. Brilliant. Okay. However, but right now you can see 50 and 53 running free. Tua has got his eyes on 53. He can see that this defender has crept in. So rather than being what they call a force defender, with the aim of forcing everything back into the middle of the pitch, I'll just stop it now. So 53 would be the force defender. His job would be to force everything back up the middle to where the strength of the defense is. So Tua wouldn't be looking at 50, he'd be looking at 53. You can see there 53 is worked laterally. So now Tua's read is, okay, he's worked laterally, I think I can get outside him. So he pulls the football. Now, this is either incredibly brave. I'm surprised there that they didn't block that defensive end, but it is what it is, and off Tua goes to the races. Now, and we'll just watch that through, and I just want to talk about Shaheen at the very end. Need to say I don't like the blocking scheme. However, I'm making assumptions on how it's been designed and what it's required to do. But they get what they need to do, and what they need to do is keep on the field and keep the chains moving. However, what I want to talk about, okay, so read option, what I want to talk about is Tua's running. As Shaheen is blocking for days out here, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. This is a tough block because he's lined up against a much faster defender there, and he basically has blocked him out of the play until the last moment. We get the first down. I don't like it. No, I do like the first down. I don't like the blocking scheme. So let's have a very quick look at grades before we jump into the next play. So for a successful conversion, as you'd expect, zeros across the board for everyone, as everyone did their job. I know I heaped praise on Shaheen's blocking earlier, but the player was involved, the defensive player was involved in a tackle, so he did his job, but it wasn't a +1 grade. So all in all, not a bad play. So let's just get on to the next one.